Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. You've got the cousins, brothers, and we've got crazy UFO videos for you tonight. Buckle up, something just happened in Texas moments ago. A family captures it on their telescope. Watch this.
Yes, I got it. Oh, what is that? This is a telescope, and I don't know what this looks like. Bacteria or something.
That's so weird. Oh wow, you got it.
I don't know, y'all. This is kind of creepy.
Why?
Very creepy.
Wow, the biologics are back. Is this something living in the sky? She said that it almost looked like bacteria. Look how far it is off in the distance, but they were managing to capture a massive close-up shot of this unknown UFO. I assume she put her cell phone iPhone up to the eyepiece of the telescope and captured something extraordinary here. Yeah, Blake, look at this thing pulsate. It's green, and she gets a really good focus on this thing, and it's extraordinary. What is this? It's an unidentified flying object, guys. We want to get your opinions from around the world. What do you think this biological or unknown object is in the sky? Quite incredible stuff coming into Third Phase of Moon, and we've got a lot more for you tonight in this episode. Now, let's get to the next news-breaking event with regards to the UFOs. J.D. Vance, Vice President, makes a statement about them. Listen up.
There are stories that I am particularly focused on, in part just because you talk with your buddies about it. Like, I'm obsessed with the whole UFO thing. What's actually going on? What were those videos all about? What's actually happening? I haven't gotten to the bottom of it yet, but we're only 6 months in. We've been very busy. That's actually the August recess is in part me going to try to dive to the bottom of the whole UFO thing from last year. So
I mean, you got to have us back.
Okay, I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
We'll help you go through the whole Roswell situation and everything.
Yeah.
He's a big UFO guy. So.
I am. I've been to Roswell.
Have
I've
you?
done the tours. I've done the whole thing.
Did you see any aliens?
No, I saw the hangar where they were. No,
I think there was an opportunity lost in this interview with Vice President J.D. Vance. That basically the interviewer of J.D. giggled this thing off as if this is some kind of big joke. Yeah, Blake, I think they're a little confused. Like, have you been to Roswell? And they're like, yeah, I've been there. But I think they're thinking Area 51. Yes, that's where they had the craft, the bodies, the evidence. Yeah, Roswell had it too, but it's just out there in the open desert. I think they're missing the boat on this one, guys. That's right, Brent. I think they missed the major boat. I don't know. The UFOs, it's a really serious subject matter. And I think you're right, Brent. The opportunity was missed here. But I wonder what Vice President J.D. Vance, when he stated that he looked at the videos, the UFO videos. I wish he would be more specific with regards to what did he exactly look at. Was he watching the evidence from the public, the Third Phase of Moon, best UFO evidence because it's coming in from around the world? Or is he looking at the tic-tac, military, mundane stuff? I'm not exactly sure. But again, right here at Third Phase Moon, we've got a lot of UFO videos. JD, if you're watching, check this out. let's roll this once again, and we're going to get a good close-up of the unidentified object in the sky. We're going to watch it in real time. Are we looking at something legitimate right now? Look at this thing. It's just hovering over there in the desert landscape. What's going on? Wow. No means of propulsion, and the person filming this seems to have it in his proximity. Very close. It doesn't seem too large. Possibly the size of a sports model? Let's look at this again. You see it come into frame. Some parts seem a little suspect, but I do like the way the camera moves, and it's jumping. It'd be hard to manipulate this, having this kind of pasted onto the screen, but there are some there's some signs. I'm not sure. I like what I'm seeing. That little jiggle right there has a lot of authenticity to this. So let's just look at this, and I'm still on the fence. Blake, what's your opinion? Yeah, I think there might be there possibly manipulation going on here. I'm suspect with you on this one, Brent, but we wanted to share it with you. I don't think there's any AI going on. If anything, maybe some After Effects, possibly, because we want to get your thoughts. Now, more videos just into Third Phase Moon. We think this one's authentic. That's why we're sharing it. Watch this. All right, what the heck is going on here? We've got a black object in the sky, and we have this flashing plasmic, almost like static electricity coming off this. Way up in the sky here. Wow, Blake, look at that discharge. It seems like it's pulsating of some sort of propulsion underneath this unknown object, just hovering there in the sky. This is taken in Mexico. Wow, that is very interesting. Could it be the means of propulsion? The static charge underneath this black object just hovering in the sky here. Yeah, again, Mexico has been lighting up with UFOs, and everyone that comes in, they seem different. Everyone's unique, and we're looking at, again, another object that we don't know what it is. 100% legitimate footage here, guys. More footage coming into Third Phase of Moon. Let's roll the next clip right now. Give us a big thumbs up. Take a look at this. All right, let's get a close-up look of this unidentified flying object. It looks like a metallic disc just hovering there, massive in the sky. What the heck's going on here? This thing's got to be at least 100 to 200 feet in length. I don't see any manipulation. Look at the shadow underneath this craft here. We're slowing it down so we could get a really good look at it. Captured in the country of Chile, and we get a lot of sightings out of that country. Yeah, Blake, Chile's a hot spot for UFOs, and we're looking at a classic one right now. Look at this thing. It looks metallic, it's silver, and definitely something's out there in the distance, and it seems to be floating without any means of propulsion. We got the side-by-side comparison, the original to the left. I managed to get a good close-up to the right. whatever it is. I don't think it's a blimp. We don't see any kind of gondola. This thing is autonomous, in my opinion, or there could be something inside. Is this otherworldly? We're watching everybody's comment in this live premiere, and we appreciate the comments coming in from around the world. We're broadcasting from the Hollywood Hills right now. Where are you chiming in from? Definitely a good capture of something unknown. Broad daylight sighting. It really doesn't get much better than this. All right, we've got a lot of more UFO videos just into Third Phase of Moon, including a sneak peek of Battle for Disclosure, an exclusive right here at Third Phase of Moon. You could watch it right now for free on Tubi. But before we get to that, let's take a look at the new UFO video just into Third Phase. Guys, take a look at this. Right, we're taking a look, a good close-up of some kind of illuminated object in the sky right above the mountainside. What the heck is going on here? Look at the brightness of this thing. It's totally illuminated, and it's off there in the distance. I would say about 5 miles out, and we're looking at something incredible right here, a display of the unknown. It almost has an angelic kind of characteristic behind it. Illuminated, is it some kind of biological life form? The thing just stays stationary in the sky, not moving one way, left or right, just hanging there with no means of propulsion. This is amazing stuff. Again, I don't think there's any kind of manipulation. We're looking at something very legitimate, authentic. It's a UFO, and it is insane. Now, we wanted to talk to you with regards to Battle for Disclosure. When we interviewed the whistleblowers, Michael Herrera, he came out with statements that were shocking, as well as DC Long, incredible testimony. We got Mr. Digna, who's incredible, and Heckler with his statements. Listen.
Michael Herrera, a Marine who was part of a platoon that went to Indonesia in 2009, and his platoon came across an advanced technology anti-gravity craft that was offloading contraband weapons as well as crates. And he said those crates were for human slavery trafficking, where they're taking women, children, people, and putting them in an experimental program that's rather monstrous, where most of them die. And I have the written communication on that from this very highly placed person, which actually, as he said at the National Press Club, Mr. Herrera said, this is much worse than what he had feared when he was thinking they was just drugs. Because now we're talking about human slavery and trafficking and torture.
So it's October 9th is when we basically set anchor down off the western part of Sumatra. There was an earthquake and tsunami that hit September 30th, and we were already on humanitarian assistance missions out in the Philippines. This is out in Southeast Asia, of course. With the 7th Fleet, I was with 2nd Battalion, 5th Marines, most decorated infantry battalion in the Marine Corps. So we did a lot of warfare training, humanitarian assistance, maritime operations, you name it. So as we discovered that we were getting notified that there was a natural disaster that happened over in the western side of Sumatra, Indonesia more specifically. My ship, which was USS Denver, was the only thing that was routed out to that area of operation. So we broke apart from the formation. We ended up sailing up over there. It took a couple days to do it, dropped anchor around October 8th or 9th of 2009 in response to this. Once we landed into a clear area at this LZ, they started, other helicopters were coming with supplies that were underneath, so they started dropping them off. And it's very jungle terrain, you know, so you have pretty high trees, it's very thick vegetation, so we could see an opening where we were gonna go position ourselves and get overwatch. So once we made the decision to do that, we patrolled up to that point. And then we again faced the area of operation where these healers are coming in, dropping supplies off, and they were flowing very low to the ground in comparison, skimming the trees, what it looked like from our point of view. But again, we're also higher up compared to what the level of ground that they were on. So I'm videotaping this, and I look towards the north part of this ridge, and over beyond it, there's something sitting there off in the distance that's rotating, and it's turning these colors of a light matte gray, and it's transitioning to a very dark matte black. And it sticks out like a sore thumb, so it's something that, you know, in a tactical position, you're looking for stuff that's very odd, and that was something that stuck out like a sore thumb. So eventually, all of us, 6 Marines, locked eyes on each other. We were like, you know, what is this that we're seeing? You know, it's abnormal, never seen anything like it. We made the decision to go down there. Now, one thing that's weird about this is we were never given any kind of comms, no radios or nothing. So usually if something like that, we'd call it in. And we didn't have anything to call in. So we made the decision to make a tactical column is what you would basically patrol up to, because you have eyes on everything, front, flanks, as well as rear. You have Marines always, you know, observant, things like that. It works very well. So we got up down the slope and kind of level with this, this thing. It was huge. It was about 300 feet, I would estimate, because the helicopters we came in on are about 100 feet almost, and you could fit 3 of these things, like lengthwise, underneath this platform that was basically floating. And it was about 15, 20 feet off the ground. There was another platform that was underneath of it, and there's like boxes, there's other stuff that was there. We couldn't really see much because 1, it's a good distance away, but 2, with what I'm about to tell you is kind of the reason why we weren't able to get good visual of it, because as we had made contact, at least got close, probably about 150 meters, we were intercepted by a team of 8 militants, if you want to call it that. These are guys that had American accents. These are guys that had American gear. It was black OTV vests, similar to what we had in the Marine Corps. They had black camouflage utilities. They had ball caps. There was no ranks. There was no insignias. There was nothing. We were petrified of what we just witnessed. You know, we have this situation of what's in front of us, and then we have this. No. The only reason why is because this had seams, this had rivets, this had, you know, clear things that you could tell was constructed. Yeah, 100%. Well, I mean, the other thing is too, if it was otherworldly, why would they be needing military force there, and why would they be, you know, having to have trucks that they had driving up onto this platform that had weapon cases that we know for a fact were weapon cases because it's stuff that we've loaded before. Very identical to what we had. The only thing that was out of place was in the trucks because they were up-armored F-350s, but they had shipping containers that were, that's what it resembles. I'm not sure if it was really necessarily a shipping container, but it was a metal container that had the same setup as that, a little bit smaller. It had a front cylinder on the very front of it, and that was a signal to me, especially being in the heavy equipment industry these days, because we've seen applications like this, and it's to preserve either something like vegetation or oxygen, so something for vacuum to suck the oxygen out, or to put oxygen or keep filtering that.
Now he initially thought those were likely drugs because he had known a little knowledge is a very dangerous thing.
I know for a fact, you can look in their eyes and tell when somebody wants to kill you that they had that face, that stone cold face, that appearance.
I could feel the vibrations coming off of it, but there was no sound.
They're going to keep playing that hand, and I think the general public is going to see through it.
Everything's active, unbeknownst to most of the people on this planet.
They need to hand over the reins because it's not theirs. It's the property of the United States military and people.
Give us what you got. Give us this information. Let us make our own decision.
At a certain point, you have to call their bluff.
That's right, Battle for Disclosure, available right now, free on Tubi. The link is in the description below. Watch it right now. Tell your friends. The documentary of the year. The whistleblowers come forward. First-hand whistleblowers, not like what you see in Congress. Like I said, Battle for Disclosure is the incredible documentary you need to watch. And we wanted to put it out for free. So we licensed a deal with Tubi. The link is there. Go take a look. Everybody, if you've captured anything amazing in the sky, submit it to us right here at Third Phase Moon. My email is in the description. Keep your eyes on the skies, everybody. Be safe. Along with my brother Brent, this is Blake Cousins. We'll see ya next time. And don't forget, Battle for Disclosure. Watch it right now.